don't even know how to intro this. I mean, this is going to be my first video on this channel, and I can't believe I'm doing it about KFC. So if you guys haven't heard, this is wild. I've watched them already, but I'm about to react to them again with you. KFC released a couple of new advertisements, and they're just strange. They're very weird. So we're going to go over them a little bit and talk a little bit about like what they mean and what KFC's trying to say here, because I am at a loss. Just a guy wandering through the forest. I really don't think chickens' eyeballs look like that, by the way. The vest descends from heaven. The camera shakes a little bit. Now they're all just brown. They're all just monotonous brown. So the camera's shaking because they're dropping this egg. It made it sound like it's a monster. I can't tell if they're doing it accidentally or on purpose. This is... those two get thrown out into it. And then they come to this lake of gravy, of oil. She just picks him up like a mannequin. And she baptizes him in it. Like, no joke. He gets baptized in it. And then he's a chicken tender. Oh, believe in chicken. Believe in chicken. Not in God we trust. Believe in chicken. Guys, it is time to believe in the chicken. What did I just watch? I'm not even sure. It just gets weirder than that. So let's watch the second video here, because this one is just as strange.
At 11, where we'll be chatting to the Minister for Artificial Intelligence about recent accusations that he's not real.
That is not how washers move. That's not how people move. There's another golden egg and a chicken. Gas is doubling,
In light
I guess.
of recent events, it
Foxes are walking around downtown.
What can we even believe in anymore?
That lady hits him with her head. Is this like TikTok dances? Are we making fun of TikTok dances? WTF, man. Trust in... What did that say? Hold on. What did that say? We need to see that again. Trust in herbs, believe in spices. Are they pretending to be chickens now? They're clucking and kind of flapping their wings. They're moving kind of weird. Okay, maybe they're just trying to imitate chicken here. Maybe that's the whole point of the dance, I guess. Bro, if there was ever a better reason to eat Chick-fil-A, I think that this is the best reason to eat Chick-fil-A. Thank you for convincing me to never eat at KFC again. What are we doing here? There's chicken in the center of it. That's actually a rooster. That's not how that works. That's not how boxes fall. And then it ends with believe in chicken again. Guys, that was one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen. I don't even know what to think about it. Let's talk about the first video, right? I'm not really sure what to make of this. I don't really think that chicken's eyes look like that. Like, that just looks like a person's eyeball. So what does a chicken's eyeball look like? Okay, I guess that is what a chicken's eye looks like. What is that? What is this? A chicken's eyeball? There's no way that's a recipe. That looks terrible. And then we have this weird vest that just descends from heaven. And you can already tell she's in brown, and she walks up to this guy who's in regular clothing. But then all these people that come out of nowhere, all the Lost Boys come out of nowhere. And they're all wearing brown except one guy has a white hat on, I think. It's somewhere. I see white hair. Now he's in brown all of a sudden. It's like he's adopted into the group. That looks like a white hat, but I don't know. It could be hair. She asserts dominance. She has to take the lead. So they aren't dancing like chickens. They're just moving very slowly, as if this is a religious ceremony. And they're dropping it as if they're dropping it by accident. But there's people carrying it with one hand. There's people who are using two. They pick it up so easily that there's no way that they're dropping it by accident. That guy looks like he's in Stranger Things. I think it's oil. I think it's oil because he comes out of it looking like a chicken tender. If it was gravy, he would have just been dipped in gravy. But he was fried, clearly. Like, look at this. He was fried. Yeah, okay, it looks like gravy, but that's oil. He was literally baptized in that, and then he came out as a chicken tender. I guess they're all cannibals, and this is a weird religious ceremony, and I would believe that. And so this one, the washers aren't actually washing anything. They're just going back and forth and back and forth. That's not how washers work, in case you don't know. There's a chicken that just went past there, and then she started acting weird only when the chicken went past. Another chicken egg. What does that say? So I see rapid, super rapid, and turbo super rapid. This is a charging station. This isn't a gas station, by the way. So it's futuristic, guys. They're in the future now. Everything just looks so bland. There's nothing to it, and the prices are doubling. Yeah, there you go. They doubled. I don't understand what the fox means. There's a bottle here that says stinky coffee. Man marries AI partner. I don't think that's fake. I think that's happened already. There you go. Man marries AI girlfriend. Born May 31st, 1983. Is a Japanese man who is known for symbolically marrying the fictional Vocaloid character Hatsune Miku in 2018 during a formal wedding ceremony. That's actually 7 years ago. That's impressive. Man marries AI chatbot in virtual wedding. Exchanges AI generated rings at ceremony. A 63-year-old U.S. Air Force. Come on, Air Force. You guys can do better than that. We're an AI chatbot named Andrea with the aid of a replica app. Look, this happened 2 years ago. This isn't new. That's not even breaking anymore. Wait, did you guys catch that? Look, even the way that the TV broke, it's in the shape of a rooster. Stop, go. They're all flashing at the same time randomly. One way, but which way is it? This is spinning for no good reason. That's not even how physics work. What spins it is the wheel, right? The front wheel doesn't generate power. Gourmet now. I guess that's DoorDash? What the fuck? Says the Daily... I don't know. Daily Planet. Sure. Now they're all doing like the head bobbing thing and kind of moving their arms with no avail, which makes me think that they're dancing like a chicken or a rooster maybe. That guy I think was walking on water. He didn't look like he was... His feet weren't moving, but he's not surfing on anything. Is he walking? Is he dancing on water? Are we really making this many references to the Bible? And you still get this theme of, you get the brown and the red a little bit, just like the clothing that was in the last video. Oh, and this guy has I mean, it looks like a tie, but it also looks like an ascot. It looks like the thing that roosters have. A little gobble gobble. Everything right now, Amazon. Believe in chicken. So, the Believer's Bastion, that's that building over there. It looks like the Parthenon, it looks like it's got the Roman columns. It's pretty rectangular, goes straight back. What I'm hoping is that this is actually a critique of our modern society, because there's just TikTok dances all over the place. We're praising chickens. Chickens have been in the discussion for a while now, right? Because of egg prices, and even during COVID, like, eggs were nowhere to be found. It was hard to get food, supply chain issues. So the chicken became like this symbolic thing where it's just like of abundance of what society strives towards. I mean, it could be satirical of our modern day culture because we should actually be worshiping God and all that. But what if we just worship these symbols? Could it be a critique of Christians and people who would put the Easter Bunny up on a pedestal rather than God, would put Santa Claus up on a pedestal rather than Jesus? We might be onto something there. We could be onto something here. My wife sent this to me, and she sent something like, does the C actually mean chicken, or does it mean children? We're not sure. I mean, this is something that I've thought about for a while. Like, we as Americans just eat so much chicken. How do we harvest this many chickens that we can actually feed everybody? Even just America, like, let alone the rest of the world. We're fascinated by chicken wings. There have been whole restaurant chains that have been brought up because of chicken. They exist solely on the fact that they do wing, like Hooters, Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, and many others. A lot of the biggest fast food chains in the world. The one thing that you can talk about with like a cow versus a chicken is that like cows have hundreds of pounds of beef on them. Each chicken only has 2 wings. Well, I guess flats and drums. There's probably 4. There's 4 wings. There's 4 wings per chicken, but still, it's only 4 wings. You know what I mean? That means whenever you get your medium-sized platter at Buffalo Wild Wings, that's still like, you still have to have like 3 or 4 chickens to fill like 1 plate of chicken wings. That's crazy to me. I mean, like I said before, this to me is just a good reason to go eat at Chick-fil-A. I don't know what to think of this. This is borderline blasphemic, if you ask me. I don't understand what's going on here. It kind of reminds me actually of the Jimmy Neutron movie. It was that alien race that praised the chicken, and the chicken was like their god or whatever. This reminds me of that a lot, actually. I have no idea. The guys surfing on water, the believer's bastion, being baptized in the oil, literally putting the chicken up on a pedestal. It's all very dystopian to me, but, you know, I guess we are living in a bit of a dystopia. Things are just so wild. Nobody knows what the hell's going on anymore. I'm thankful to KFC for putting these out so that I can make my first video on this channel. Oh man, what do you guys think? Because I'm still at a loss. I have no idea what to think about this. I'm still mad about Jaguar, so this one right here. And KFC didn't change their logo or anything like that. So what was the point of all of this? I really genuinely don't understand. The KFC logo is still the same. Look, it's still just KFC. So it's not like that changed or anything. If you ask me, if you want to do an advertising campaign, a marketing campaign, go and study Duolingo, because that is the only bird that knows how to advertise right now. That was crazy. Ever since the Super Bowl, their social media marketing has just been fantastic. It's been so on point. I don't know what to think about this. What do you guys think about this? Please, let's have a discussion in the comments, because I am blown away by this, and not in a good way. So let's talk about it. I'll see you.